In brightest day, in blackest night, welcome back to my channel for another unboxing video. My name is Edison and I'm a HeroClix player from Singapore, and today we'll be unboxing one brick of the DC HeroClix Lantern Legacy. And I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, so I can't tell you how excited I am to be unboxing this with you today. I actually started out my Green Lantern journey when I first read Sinestro Core War as well as War of Light, and this set is going to be really exciting because we're going to have the return of the lantern rings along with the introduction of the ultraviolet lanterns, as well as the return of one of my favorite characters, Cyborg Superman, as a Sinestro Corps member. And yes, this set is actually filled with legacy cards. As you can see right in front of me, these are just some of the characters that will be receiving these legacy cards and making their return back into HeroClix. I would like to thank MinTCG as well as WizKids for actually sending this brick to me, and thank you Team Board Game for this venue to do this unboxing. So without further ado, let's crack some boosters open. And let's put this legacy card aside. We'll take a look at it right at the end of this video after we open all 12 boosters from this booster brick. Yes, that's right. If you haven't been playing HeroClix for a while, our booster bricks now come with a total of 12 boosters instead of the usual 10. So you have a lot more figures to open. And here we go. Let me pull this plastic wrapping aside. Now this set is actually a spiritual successor of the War of Light organized play event that happened many years ago. And here is the box art. We got Hal Jordan. Very cool. And here's the side of the box. Cyborg Superman, definitely one of the figures that I want. Okay, we've got Spectre returning. And here are some of the Green Lanterns, as well as the sub-theme for JSA. And on top of the box, we got a White Lantern. And at the back of the box, we got White Lantern Superman and the yellow Sinestro Corps Batman. That is really cool. Those are two chase figures they can open from the set. And let's go on with booster number 1. I'm so excited for this unboxing because I'm a huge Sinestro Corps fan, and looks like we got our very first figure, which is the Bat. Okay, and let's see what else we're gonna get. We got White Lantern Hal Jordan. We got one of those Petri Dish characters, which I believe is Atom. We got Kilowog, our rare prime, very cool, as well as a common question. And let's take out these character cards from the pack, just to make sure that all of the character cards and the figures actually match. Okay, watch me struggle with this. And here we go. But let's pop out the figures from this plastic tray first. We're going to take a look at the scalps. If you're brand new to my channel, one of the main things I like to do is actually take a very close look of the figures because they are always designed very nicely. And here we go, we got a bat. Okay. Reminds me of those flock of bats that came out in the Batman set many years ago. Okay, and here's Question, looking smart. Okay, with a gray trench coat, gray hat. Okay, and this is his down. Okay, and our next one, here we have Atom. I love the way they designed this. He's on a Petri dish. Let's bring it a little closer. You can see Atom with the Starlabs Petri dish. Very cool. He's downsizing all the way to microscopic levels. And here we have White Lantern Hal Jordan. Very nice sculpt. Very cool. The silver is very shiny as well. Very nice work. It reminds me of the old White Lantern Hal Jordan chase. And here is our rare prime. We got Kilowog, the drill sergeant for the Green Lantern Corps. Very nice sculpt. It's a bit hard to see that green ring on top of his green base, but yes, this is a prime figure. And here's our first character card for Question. You can play him at 30 points with the team player team ability. And right at the back, okay. Now, if you're brand new to my channel, please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read more about these character cards. Here we have Bat, can be played at 5 points. Very adorable. Okay. And here's our next one. We got Atom, our common figure. Very cool, 45 points with the JLA team ability. And at the back of the card, a special defense power. I can actually go smaller. That's right. Okay. And our next character card that we have. Here's White Lantern Hal Jordan, Let There Be Light, Phasing Teleport. Very cool. He also has a stop click, inbound, and regen. And once per game, you can use regen as free. At the back of the card. Very cool. White Lantern Hal Jordan. And here is our one-shot card. Terror of the Yellow. It's a 5-point one-shot card. Okay. And here's the back of the card, which is the general rules for your one-shots. And here we have Kilowog, Green Lantern Corps, Brute, Hero, and Police keywords. Green Lantern and Police team abilities, 100 points or 50 points. Here's a trait. Welcome to the Corps Poozers. You can generate 2 Green Lantern recruits as well as a traded leadership that benefit all of these new recruits. Very nice. And at the back of the card, we've got Protocol Officer, another trait, Impervious Willpower. And when you use Willpower and succeed, he can reduce penetrating damage. that is really cool. Our very first booster, we already got a hit, which is a rare prime figure, Kilowatt. Couldn't be happier. And let's move on to booster number 2, and let's see what we're gonna get. Let's cut this tape open, and let's pull this out. Okay, here we go. Okay, looks like we got a red bat. Okay, we got a Green Lantern recruit, we got a Sinestro called Kyle Rayner, as well as our very first super rare figure. That is so cool. Another hit, second booster pack that we have over here. Let's pop these figures out and let's take a look at the sculpts. Very nice. We already got our super rare figure in our booster number 2. Are we going to get hits for every single booster? I definitely hope so. And let's take this out. Okay, the tape is a bit strong over here. Watch me struggle with this. Let's cut that open. I'm so excited to take a look at our super rare figure, Alan Scott. He's in the KC armor. This is way into the future. Okay, let's go, let's go. Okay, these are the character cards. Let's put the tray aside and let's take a look at the Scott. Oh my. Looks like we opened a legacy card. We're going to take a look at that slightly later. Let's take a look at our red bat. Now it has the same scalp, just that it's colored red, and this is a construct unlike the previous one, which is a figure. And here's the Green Lantern recruit. Okay, the one that Kilowatts generates. Very nice. Okay, and another recruit, we got a Sinestro Corps recruit. Okay, 40 points, 15 points. Okay, and here's the next figure. We got Yellow Lantern Kyle Rayner, representing the Sinestro Corps. 60 points. Okay. And last but not least, this is the main figure of this booster. We got our super rare Alan Scott, our very first super rare, 100 points and 40 points, and looks like he got 2 dim abilities, Kingdom Come as well as Cosmic Energy. Very cool sculpt. Okay, let's take a look at the character cards. Let's start off with our red bat. This is a construct. Okay, flock of construct, smoke cloud. Very cool. And our next one, here we have the Green Lantern recruit, 40 points or 15 points with the team player team ability. Okay, back of the card, traded willpower. Okay, let's put that aside. And let's take a look at the Sinestro Corps recruit. Okay, wow. Running shot and pulse wave as the opening for 40 points. That is really, really cool. You can play her at 15 points as well. And at the back of the card, which is a traded perplex, but only negative modifications can be done. Okay, let's take a look at Yellow Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Justice League Sinestro Corps Teen Titans, and Hero Keyword, 60 points, running shot and pulse wave again. And here's the back of the card that shows his scalp. Okay, let's take a look. Looks like we got our first legacy card, Power Battery Star Sapphire. Please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read the abilities. Now, for my understanding, all of these power batteries actually do the same thing. It's just that they are different color coded so that you can attach different rings for free. Okay, this is the Star Sapphire. Okay, recharge the ring with special damage power support. Okay, friendly characters within range and allow fires as adjacent. That's really cool. And that whole block of text, power battery, is what the rules text for this power battery is. Very nice, one legacy card. And here is the main figure for this booster. We got our super rare Alan Scott, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, Justice Society, Armor and Future, and mystical keywords. That's a lot. Lonely Throne. Okay, can't be targeted by non-adjacent characters. Protect the pulse wave. Another trait, I face the darkness within. And at the back of the card, Kingdom Come and Cosmic Energy team abilities. Wow, this is so powerful. For 100 points and 40 points, Alan Scott has an opening 20 defense, 12 attack. Look at this powerhouse. Definitely looking forward to running this figure in my next games. And let's move on to booster number 3. Here we go. We already had 2 hits. 2 boosters open. We already opened a rare prime and a super rare. Now let's keep up the good momentum. Let's see what we're going to open. Okay, we got a yellow sword, an orange construct. We got Syed, Rock Fan. If I'm not wrong, that's his name. Okay, let's pop these figures out. Let's see what we're going to open. I'm always a huge fan of Laughly's, the Orange Lantern Corps. He's the only guy who supposedly owns the ring. But I do understand that this set also has an Orange Lantern Lex Luthor. Okay, and let's take a look at the sculpt. Let's see the yellow sword. Okay, now all of these constructs come in different colors. So this is for the Sinestro Corps. And here's the Orange Lantern construct. So adorable. I can't remember this character's name. But yes, he's the recruit. And here is Rock Block Fan, our rare figure for this booster. I love that they made these Green Lantern figures with these green bases, very thematic. And here is Sight, which is from the Blue Lantern Corps. Sight is also one of the founders for the Blue Lantern Corps. And here we have Kyle Rayner, White Lantern, side by side with his yellow counterpart. I love this figure. The paint application is really good. That silver is really shiny. Very nice. Kyle Rayner. And let's take a look at the character cards. Let's start off with the Yellow Sword first. Okay, 11 attack, Blade's Cause Fang. When you use it, roll 2d6s and choose 1 for the result. Very powerful. And here's the Orange Lantern Construct. Orange Lantern Core monster keywords, 40 points and 15 points. Looks like all of these recruits will have that point value. And at the back, traded plasticity as well. Very nice. And our next figure, here we have Sight, Blue Lantern Core, Green Lantern Core, Cosmic and Hero keywords, Cosmic Energy Team Ability, 50 points with an opening 19 Invincible. Special damage power, 200% charge, and power enhancement. Very cool. And here's our rare card, Rock Lock Fan, with the Green Lantern Team Ability, Green Lantern Core, Cosmic Hero keywords, 75 points. Okay. And let's see our White Lantern Kyle Rayner, Teen Titans, White Lantern Core, Cosmic and Hero keywords, 60 points. Okay, back of the card. Very cool. And here is the team up card for this booster pack. We got Hal Jordan, Justice League, Sinestro Core Hero, and Pilot keywords. He's a rare figure. Okay. Looks like this is based off the video game because it's the regime. Okay, and let's get on with our next booster. I believe we are in our booster number 4. Really good start. And let's see. Okay, we got a chain and looks like we opened another super rare figure. Very, very cool. We got Mongool. Definitely one of my favorites because this is a Sinestro Core character. Let's take apart this plastic. Let's take a look at the cards. Okay, let's take that out. But first, let's pop out the figures. We're going to take another quick look at the sculpts. I think they're really nicely designed. It looks like we got another Black Lantern Batman. Okay, Alan Scott, younger version of him. Super rare Mongool. As well as a Construct Chain. Okay, we already saw the recruit there. So here's the sculpt for the Black Lantern Batman. It's great to have this figure in the uncommon rarity because the past 2 versions were actually chases. And here is another construct that we have. We got the Chain Ultraviolet. Now this set will be the introduction of the Ultraviolet Lanterns. Hopefully we can see some. And here's Alan Scott, our rare figure for this booster. Very cool sculpt, flying in the air. Very cool. Okay, let's put him side by side with his Kingdom Come version that we opened just a couple of boosters ago. Super rare and rare. And last but not least, here's our other super rare figure, our second super rare. We got Mongool for the Mongool Corps. Very cool. He's really big. Okay, now let's take a look at the character cards. Let's start off with the one-shot card first. Who's friggin' next? Here we have Lobo. Works well with your target traits. So you can play this with your other assassin characters. Okay, our next one. Let's take a look at the construct. The Ultraviolet Construct Chain wrapped up. Okay, 13 attack for Incapacitate. Very cool. And here's the uncommon Black Lantern Batman. 60 points for a total of 7 clicks. Very, very cool. Sulking Among the Graves. Okay. And here is our rare Alan Scott. 70 points or 25 points. Wow, that's very cool. A Simpler Time Green Lantern. Okay, looks like all of these JSA characters will have this trait, A Simpler Time. Back of the card. Keeper of the Star Heart. And here is the main figure. We got a unique Mongool with the Cosmic Energy Team ability, 125 points. The Mongool Core. Very cool. Perplex but only target opposing characters. And here's the back of the card. I'll conquer a different planet. It's a stop click. Combat reflexes are impervious. Wow. You can actually place him adjacent to an opposing character. Okay, here's our second super rare figure, Mongool Core. We got Mongool. Very cool sculpt. Definitely looking forward to playing this. 125 points is a big, but you know, you have all of these small little Sinestro Core recruits that you can definitely fill up for your Sinestro Core teams. And let's go on to our next booster. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to keep this booster right at the end. We're going to keep that as our last booster that we're going to open for this unboxing. Let's move on to the next one. My goodness, I am so excited. We just took a glimpse of the chase figure that we opened. And here is our other construct. We got a chain for orange. Okay, we got another legacy card. Very cool. Okay, let's pop these figures out. Looks like we got Soranic, Natu, which is the daughter of Sinestro. We got a Khal Rayner, a rare figure, as well as Spectre. We already saw the Atom, so we're not going to take a look at that again. Let's take out these character cards. Okay, we got another legacy card. Okay, here is the construct chain side by side with the ultraviolet version. Here's the daughter of Sinestro, Natu. Okay, very nice sculpt. Very similar to the one of the Sinestro Core recruits. And here's Khal Rayner, the Red Lantern version. This is a rare. And let's put him side by side with the White Lantern as well as the Yellow Lantern. Similar sculpt, but this actually has a different head sculpt. Very nice figure. Okay, Khal Rayner, Red Lantern. 60 points as well. And last but not least, here we have Spectre, a rare figure. It's so nice to get one of these famous characters in their common version so that, anyone who likes these JSA characters can actually pick them up. Same card for the chain, same ability. And our next one, Soric Nut 2, 70 points, total 7 clicks. Okay, Fear of My Father as a trait. This is a Sinestro Core character. And at the back of the card, these are the other powers she has. And let's move on to the rare figure for this booster. We got Khal Rayner, 60 points, Justice League, Red Lantern Core, Teen Titans, Brute, Hero, and Monster keywords. A traded Poison and Artist Rage. Back of the card. And our last figure for this booster, we got Spectre, a simpler time, 125 points or 30 points. This is one of your JSA sub-team characters. Very, very cool. And at the back of his card, you'll show the team abilities and other powers he can use. But this booster pack also includes a legacy card, and it's the legacy card for the Power Battery Indigo Tribe for your Indigo Ring, 40 points. Now all of the powers you saw earlier on with the Star Sapphire one, this has the same powers and abilities. And here's the figure that I owned way back in the day, the Indigo Power Battery, back of the card as well. Very happy to actually own the legacy card and the figure at the same time. And let's put all of these aside. This Lantern Legacy break has been so awesome. Besides opening all of these Lantern characters along with the JSA sub-team, I'm so happy to see that these boosters included team-up cards, one-shot cards, as well as legacy cards randomly inserted. And if you're brand new to the channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up as well. And here's our next booster. We're almost halfway through our unboxing, and bubble wrap is always a good sign. And looks like we got a power ring, our very first power ring for this booster break. And we got a Superboy Prime, one of my favorite characters from the Sinestro Core story. We got 2 Red Lanterns as well as Lobo's dog. And let's pop these figures out. I can't tell you how excited I am. This is our 3rd super rare figure, and it's Superboy Prime. Okay, we also got 2 Red Lanterns. Let's pop these figures out. I like that, we are through half of our break unboxing, and we are still seeing so many new figures. Let's tear this open. Let's retrieve the power ring, and this is the ultraviolet power ring. Very cool. This is the first time that you can actually get these rings in your HeroClix sets. And it looks like we also got another legacy card. I love legacy cards because I've been playing HeroClix for so long. So I do have quite a lot of figures in my collection. And here is Lobo's dog. Very cute. Cute little pup. I do recall there's a different painted version. I believe that is Beast Boy. Let's put that aside. Okay, here's our Red Lantern recruit. 40 points, 15 points, just like all the other recruits that you can play with in the set. Okay, we got a Red Lantern Dex Trevius. Don't really know too much about him. 2 different point values, 50 points or 30 points. And here we go, which is the main figure for this booster, our 3rd super rare Superboy Prime. 200 points and 75 points. This guy is gonna be glorious. Okay, let's put him aside first. And we also got a legacy card for this booster pack. But let's take a look at Dog first. Here's the team player team ability, 30 points for 4 clicks. And the back of the card came. And our next card, here is the Red Lantern recruit, 40 points or 15 points. New recruit, just like all of the other recruits that have this trait. Okay, at the back, burn you all, trade a poison, deals damage even he has been moved. Okay, our next one, our uncommon figure, Dex Trevius, traded poison, special Blades Claws Fang, 50 points or 30 points. And let's take a look at the card for our Ultraviolet Lantern Ring. 10 points, Mind Control if the character can already use Mind Control. When they use it after resolutions, deal 1 unavoidable damage to each opposing character that missed during the action. I'm a huge fan of Mind Control, so I'm definitely going to pay 10 points for this. And at the back of the card, here are some additional rules. Very cool. Our very first ring is actually the Ultraviolet Lantern ring. You have never seen this before in any HeroClix set. And here's the main figure for our booster. Here we have Superboy Prime, 200 points and 75 points. Superman and Superman enemy team abilities. He has a trait, Fear, making me the villain, as well as a special attack power, Destroy the Anti-Monitor. And at the back of the card, special damage power, give the Lantern something to fear, which allows him to gain the Cosmic Energy team ability. Very, very cool. This is a one-man army. I'm a huge fan of Superboy Prime, especially when I read him in the Sinestro Core War. Very powerful. 200 points for a total of 11 clicks. But this booster is very thematic because the legacy card is actually for Sodom Yard. And if you know Sodom Yard and Superboy Prime, they have huge history. And here's the figure, side by side the character card, because both of them actually went head to head in the Sinestro Core story where they were trying to murder each other. And let's take a look at the legacy card for Sodom Yard. 100 points with the Green Lantern and Legion team abilities. Traded the Last Guardian, as well as a special defense power, Wielder of Ion. And the back of the card, special damage power, fighting alongside the Legion. I'm so happy that we actually have both of these characters in the same booster. A returning legacy Sodom Yard, as well as a brand new super rare Superboy Prime. We had such awesome pulls where they put a rare Prime figure as well as 3 super rare figures. Let's see what the next booster is going to bring. Okay, here we go, here we go. Another bubble wrap. Looks like we put our second ring, and that looks to be the Blue Lantern ring, if I'm not wrong. Yes, this is the Blue Lantern logo. Very cool. Let's wear this on. 2 rings so far. Okay, let's see what other figures. We got Lyra. We got another Lobo's dog. We got Jade, as well as a common Batman. Okay, we're still opening very cool stuff in this far of our unboxing video. Let's pop these figures out. We're going to take a closer look at them. And as always, whenever I show the character cards, please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read more about them. And let's tear this open. Let's retrieve those character cards. Okay, looks like we got another legacy card, and that's for Miri. Okay, let's take a look at that last. Okay, we already saw Lobo's dog, so let's take a look at Batman. Okay, we saw the Black Lantern version earlier on. Okay, let's bring that side by side. Okay, just a different color scheme for the cape as well. One's dark blue, one's black. And here is another Green Lantern figure, Jade. Very cool. Similar pose as Alan Scott. I love these Green Lantern figures with these green bases. Makes them really stand out. And here's our other Green Lantern. We got Lyra, which is an uncommon figure. Okay. I believe there's a Red Lantern version of this figure as well. Okay. Let's put that aside. Let's take a look at the character cards. Let's take a look at Lyra first, our uncommon figure. 75 points with the Green Lantern core, Lost Lanterns, Hero, Martial Artist, and Warrior keywords. Back of the card. Okay, here's our rare figure. We got Jade. 55 points, opening, hypersonic, and precision strike. That is really cool. My parents' gift is a trait. Back of the card, special attack power, the Star Heart's influence. Very nice. And let's move on to our next character. Here we have Batman, 55 points, and look at that trait, one punch, him punching Guy Gardner. And the back of the card, 55 points for 2 different team abilities, Batman Ally and Justice League. And here's the character card for our Blue Lantern ring, 10 points, Empower. If the character can already use Empower, when they use it, they also modify the attacker's attack by +1. Very helpful. And here's the legacy card for Miri Riam, our Star Sapphire's character, and here's the figure side by side. I'm so happy whenever I have a legacy card and the figure together. 80 points, traded with your last breath. Okay, and a special damage power, Love Heals All. Back of the card, Mystic's team ability. It is always a great feeling to open a legacy card for a figure that you already own. So we have these 4 boosters, plus the one that we kept just now. 5 boosters left for this big unboxing. We're more than halfway through, and I do hope you have been having a wonderful time. And let's see what else we're going to get. Hopefully we can keep up the good momentum. And looks like we got more bubble wrap. Okay, looks like we opened our 3rd power ring. This has to be the Indigo Tribe ring. Okay, let's take that out. It's very cool because we opened the legacy card for the power battery earlier on. Here's the power battery returning. Very cool. 3 rings total. We got the ultraviolet ring, the Blue Lantern core ring, as well as the Indigo Tribe ring. And here are the other 4 figures that we have in this booster. Let's pop them out. Looks like we got Sandman, a rare Gambler, a Space Dolphin, as well as a Orange Lantern Hal Jordan. Now, a couple of these characters, I have no clue who they are, such as Gambler and Space Dolphin. And let's take a look at the character cards. Okay, let's put that plastic wrapping aside. And looks like we also got another team up card. Okay, very cool. And here's the scout for our Orange Lantern Hal Jordan. Okay, give him a little spin. Let's bring out the White Lantern version just to show you the comparison in colors. And here's the Space Dolphin. No idea what this figure is for 30 points. Okay. And here is our uncommon figure. We got Sandman, one of our JSA characters, at 35 points. Okay. Side by side with Question that we saw earlier on, just different colored trench coats. And our rare figure, we got Gambler. No idea who this character is. 40 points with the unique ring. Okay, so should be good, right? And here's the character card for Hal Jordan, 50 points. He has a trait, mine and mine and mine, not yours. Plasticity, very cool. Back of the card. And here's the character card for our Space Dolphin, 30 points with the team player team ability. Starts off with a telekinesis, very cool. And our character card for our uncommon figure, here we have Sandman. He's one of the JSA characters, 35 points. A trait, a simpler time. Okay, back of the card, Mystery Man is a trait, stealth, smoke cloud is free. Okay, and our character card for our rare figure, here we have Gambler, team player team ability, 40 points. I honestly have no clue who this character is. And here's the card for our Indigo Tribe ring, our 3rd ring that we open, 10 points. Support, if the character can already use support, when they use it, increase the number of clicks healed by 1. Very cool. And here is the team up card for our Lyra, which is an uncommon figure. We already saw the Green Lantern version of her. And this one gains the team up Infectious Rage. Okay, so we opened a couple of team up cards. We're going to our last few boosters for this unboxing. Let's see what else we're going to open. Okay, let's pull that out. Looks like we got another bubble wrap. My goodness, this is our ring number 4. We've been opening so many rings straight. And okay, looks like my pinky finger can't really hold this ring, so let's put that on my thumb. We got an Orange Lantern core ring. Okay, and looks like we got an Orange Lantern Lex Luthor in the same booster. That is so thematic. Let's see what else we are going to get in this booster. Okay, let's pop these figures out. Looks like we got a Blue Lantern Hal Jordan that I'm really excited for. We got our first Black Lantern Reanimate, one of the recruits. Okay, let's tear this open. Can't wait to see Lex Luthor's card. Okay, here we go. Okay, looks like we also got a one-shot card, but let's see. Here's the Reanimate, our Black Lantern generic figure. Okay, let's give that a spin. And here's our Blue Lantern Hal Jordan. So hopeful, right beside his other counterparts, the Orange Lantern and White Lantern. Okay, very nice, simple sculpt. And this Hal Jordan's an uncommon figure. And here we have Lex Luthor, where we open the Orange Lantern ring in the same booster pack. Very cool. 120 points and 60 points with Superman enemy team ability. Looking forward to his down. Okay, let's start off with the one-shot card first. Heroes of the Past, which is 5 points. Okay, and the back of the card. And for our next character card, here we have the Black Lantern Reanimate, 40 points or 15 points, just like your other recruits. Here's a trait, the Hordes Rise. Okay, at the back of the card. And our next character card, here we have Blue Lantern Hal Jordan. Look at the stars for Hope Burns Bright is a trait. And Power, back of the card. And here's the character card for our rare figure. We got Lex Luthor, traded Corporate Greed, 120 points or 60 points. Okay, very cool. And here's the back of the card. Special attack power, what I really want is to be Superman. And his special defense, motivation made flesh. And here's the card for our Orange Lantern ring, 10 points, plasticity. If the character can already use plasticity, when it hits with a close attack after resolutions, you may unequip a hit character and equip that equipment to this character. Now that was a mouthful. We are moving towards the end of our unboxing video. We got 3 boosters left. These 2 boosters, along with the booster that contained the chase, that will be the last booster that we open for this unboxing. We've already seen so many cool stuff. I think a highlight of mine has been the Superboy Prime figure. And let's cut this tape open. Let's see what else we're going to get. Here we go. Okay, and looks like open another construct that looks to be the Violet Chain. We got a Sinestro called Hal Jordan, a Black Lantern Spectre, along with a generic Guardian. We've already had the Batman earlier, so we're not going to take a look at that figure again. Let's pop these figures out. Here we go. As well as our generic Guardian. Love those green bases. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's tear this open just to check the character cards again. Okay, we've already seen Batman. This is a duplicate figure. Okay, let's put that aside. And let's take a look at the scalp for our Violet Chain. We've seen the other colors earlier on. Here is the Guardian, which is a generic figure, 45 points. Love these green bases. Side by side with Syed. Similar scalp, different head sculpt. And here is our Yellow Lantern, Hal Jordan. Let's bring out the rest. We already saw 3 other colors. We got the Orange Lantern, White Lantern, along with the Blue Lantern. Okay. And here is our uncommon figure, the Spectre. This is the Black Lantern Spectre. 100 points and 50 points, side by side with the normal version of him. I'm so happy we are still opening brand new figures this late into our unboxing video, and looks like this booster also contains a legacy card. And let's take a look at the chain, Violet Chain. Same powers as the previous chains. Okay, our character card for the Guardian, 45 points, creators of the Power Battery, which is a unique modifier ability, Cosmic Energy Team ability. Okay, and here's the character card for our rare figure. We got Hal Jordan, 50 points, burn like his powers, Sinestro's might. Very cool. Opening Hypersonic with Precision Strike. Okay, let's put that down first. And here's our Black Lantern Spectre, 100 points or 50 points. Death is inevitable. Traded Steel Energy but close or range attacks. Cosmic Energy Team ability. And the reason why we kept Hal Jordan aside, because the legacy card that we opened is Parallax Hal Jordan, making his return from the War of Light set. So cool to have 2 different Hal Jordans in the same booster. Parallax Hal Jordan has the Cosmic Energy Team ability, 150 points with the flight symbol now. He has a trait, the Yellow Impurity Free. And at the back of the card, the second trait, Feed on Your Fear, as well as a special attack power, the End of the Core, which is a Pulse Wave ability. Very, very cool to see Hal Jordan making his return. I'm looking forward to be playing this figure, definitely in my Sinestro core team. 150 points is a bit heavy, but I'll definitely find a way to squeeze him in. And here's our second last booster. Let's see what else we're going to open. Let's cut this tape. Here we go. 4 rings open so far, 3 super rares as well as a rare prime. And looks like we got a brand new construct. This is the Soundwave construct. We got a rare Knot, another Green Lantern. And looks like we got Despotalis. Very cool. As well as a common Guardian. Let's pop these figures aside. We've also got another duplicate, which is the Red Lantern Recruit. Let's tear these character cards open. Here we go. Another brand new rare figures. So many new stuff towards the end of our unboxing. I am so happy. And here's the Soundwave. This is the ultraviolet version. Very nice to add with my ultraviolet ring. Okay, here's our rare figure. We got Knot, one of our Green Lantern figures with the green base. Very cool. Okay, let's give him a spin. And here's our other figure. Here we have Despotalis. Let's bring him closer. Very similar to the Atom. I love that the way they designed these characters on that tiny little Petri dish. So cool. Another Sinestro core member. And let's take a look at the character cards. And here we go. Oh, okay, looks like that was not a rare Guardian. This is Ganthan. Okay, let's take a look at his character card. I thought he was another generic figure. 70 points or 45 points. Welcome to the core. Cosmic Energy and Green Lantern team abilities. Back of the card. Okay, and here's the card for our Soundwave Ultraviolet. Knockback. Okay, you can knock back stuff regardless of size. Very cool. And the character card for our rare figure, Knot. 40 points. Green Lantern team ability. Ring-a-ding. That's really cool. And here is the Despotalis, our uncommon figure, 25 points. And you can actually make more of him. That is so cool. I'm going to need a lot of Despotalis to infect more and more people. Back of the card. And making their return from the Brave and the Bold set that was released 15 years ago. Here we have the Flash and Green Lantern. So happy that this figure is getting the legacy card. Great to see these duo back. They have a trait Friendly Rivalry, which is traded willpower, as well as a special movement power. Don't worry about what happens to us. Hypersonic speed but does not have range. That is really powerful. And a special attack power, we both push each other to be our better selves. And a special damage power, we couldn't have done it without me. Probability control. That is so cool. So happy that this dual figure is getting a second life with a legacy card. And let's put this figure aside. And let's move on to the last booster of our unboxing video. This booster is the one that contains the chase figure. Lantern Legacy is the very first set that introduces the Violet Lantern core, so I'm very happy that our chase figure is an HeroClix character and is Umbrax from the Ultraviolet Lantern core, and we're still opening new figures in this last booster. Let's pop these figures out. Here we go, side by side with our Ultraviolet Lantern ring for the awesomeness. And here we go, we got a brand new Beast Boy, we got a Star Sapphire Karu-Sil as well. We also got a Violet Construct, and let's take out the character cards. Here we go. Let's put them aside first. Let's take a look at the sculpts. And here's the Violet Bat. Okay, we've seen different colors of this earlier on. Very simple. And here is our rare Beast Boy as a pup. Okay. Very simple sculpt. Very adorable. And here is our Star Sapphire Karu-Sil, which is a common figure at 60 points. Very cool. We've seen different color of him earlier on. And here is our chase figure Umbrax, our Ultraviolet Lantern. Very cool. They also have a chase mogul that is the similar design. I love how they created these characters that are playable on field. Well, actually not playable on field, because once you start the game, you actually place them back on their character cards. And here's the character card for Karu-Sil, an Artist's Love with the Mystics team ability. Back of the card. And here's Beast Boy with the Outsiders and Team Player team abilities at 60 points. Back of the card. Okay, special attack power. Very nice. And here is the Bat Violet Construct. Okay, Super Sensor, Smoke Cloud. And finally, the main event. Here's our chase figure Umbrax from the Ultraviolet Lantern core, but we can only read his character card without wearing all of these other color rings. It is only fitting if we wear the Ultraviolet ring. Umbrax can be played at 40 points with a total of 4 clicks. Ultraviolet Lantern Sun as his trait. When he starts the game, place him on his character card. He can be given actions, use his powers and abilities while on his card. And at the beginning of a turn, if there are no other friendly characters, you have to KO Umbrax. Look at the last click, 13 attack and 5 damage. Two other traits, the Unseen Spectrum. You can choose a character with the Ultraviolet Lantern keyword or was damaged, and that's where Umbrax can attack or use his powers as though he occupied the character square. The other trait, your darkest self shall be our knight, which is a very, very powerful version of mind control. So please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read these two traits. I am so happy that we got Umbrax as our chase figure, a brand new HeroClix character. It is a literal sun, an Ultraviolet Lantern Sun, and I'm so happy that we got the ring to go together with this figure as well. Very cool. And we still have one final thing open. We still got that legacy card pack. Thank you WizKids for actually adding more legacy card into the boosters and still giving us this legacy card pack. Hopefully I own the figure for this legacy card, and let's see what we're gonna get. Okay, it looks like we got Weaponer of Quad. This figure is a nightmare to fight against back in the old War of Light events. I am so happy that I actually own this figure. The Weaponer of Quad can be played at 135 points for a total of 9 clicks or 85 points. He has a special movement power, I learn quickly, charge, running shot, and sidestep. That is so powerful. His special attack power, now your weapons are mine, as well as his special damage power. Even if there were 10 of them, I would still prevail, which is a stop click regen for free. I am so delighted to see the return of Weaponer of Quad. Can't wait to play him again. We just opened a ton of stuff for this unboxing. We got a total of 3 one-shot cards, 2 team-up cards, as well as 7 legacy cards. I'm looking forward to Parallax the most. We also opened a total of 4 rings, a rare Prime Killer Walk, 3 super rares, Mongul, Alan Scott, as well as a personal favorite of mine, Superboy Prime. And last but not least, we also got the Ultraviolet Chase Umbrax for this unboxing video. Once again, I would like to thank WizKids, MintTCG, as well as Team Ballgame for making this video possible. And I do hope that you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Wield the Sword of Unseen Light, and I'll see you in the next one.